Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode of our Pokemon Battle Series, the School of Hard Knocks. So throughout this episode, like every other, we'll be jumping on to the Pokemon Global Link Battle Spot, playing the Championship Battle Rules, which are the equivalent rule sets of the VGC 2019 season. We are going to continue on today with this Yveltal, Solgaleo, Tapu Fini, Incineroar, Abomasnow, and a Raichu team that we've been playing the last week and a little bit, and we'll finish up with it this week. So without further ado, let's just get into it, guys. As always, if you enjoy the content, please leave a like on the video. It does massively help out the channel, the videos themselves, and make sure that you do subscribe so you don't miss any of the daily content that we do have coming out, like this series in particular, as well as other ones as well. And we'll be hopefully you're enjoying all the content, and hopefully you're enjoying this little saga with this team so far as well. Let's hit the music on, and hopefully the audio levels are all alright as well. They should be. But yeah, I really like this team a lot. I hope you feel the same. I will be putting a QR code up of the team on Friday, as we always do. I'll post it out as well after Friday's episode, so you guys can try this team out for yourselves. But it is a lot of fun. The only thing I think I would look at maybe changing is the Incineroar slot there, and like I say, alternatives there. You probably do want a fire type in the team, so you've got options like Arcanine could be quite nice to keep that Intimidate support, but there are other options as well. But we have our opponent for today, and Jintoki. Okay, playing a team of Xerneas, Kyogre, Ludicolo, Tornadus, Serena, and Incineroar. So very similar to kind of that big kind of coin 6 team that we're seeing at the minute. With the Kyogre, Xerneas, and Tornadus. You've got other options in there. You've got Kartana here, you've got the double grass in Ludicolo and Serena here, rather than Kartana and Amoonguss that you normally have, but the rest of the team is pretty similar. So we do need to be careful with the Serena, because obviously taking advantage of the fake out support on our end is going to be a little bit more difficult, with that Queenly Majesty ability being something on the field. So yeah, we just need to be a little more cautious, should I say, going into this one than we would be normally. So okay, right, I feel like Tapu Fini is decent here, because we've got Icy Wind that could be very useful. Raichu also very good, so I am going to bring Raichu. I think Raichu and Yveltal, because Tailwind's going to be extremely useful. We definitely want Abomasnow and Solgaleo. I just don't like that we're leaving out Tapu Fini, because Tapu Fini is always very good, but I mean the Pokemon that we're selecting do perform very good roles against this sort of team. So the only problem is, if the Xerneas comes out and gets set up, we don't have access to his, so this could go a little bit wrong. But I mean, it depends how my opponent plays it, and how we play it as well. Obviously that always comes into the equation when you're playing a Pokemon game. So we're going to see Ludicolo and Incineroar doubling fake out users for my opponent here, but I mean not too bad either, because we can do we try and get a Tailwind and Solgaleo in and preserve Raichu for later? I feel like it might be a decent-ish option for us, because I feel like like we're probably the fastest fake out on the field, but just with the potential Serena in the back, I don't want to. That's the problem. Like, we could just fake out the Incineroar and just go Tailwind. We'll probably end up trading fake outs if the worst comes to worst, but okay. So opponent going to stay in. We did get the fake out onto the Incineroar. There's a Tailwind, so my opponent not fake outing with the Ludicolo, probably opting to attack here. Just an Ice Beam into the Yveltal, just fine. I mean, I don't mind this really. I say I don't mind it too much, but I do mind right now. I really mind that. That is super annoying, because we needed to get some damage onto the Incineroar at least this next turn. Okay, I don't want to switch out. I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna knock off and nuzzle into the Ludicolo. The freeze there's like super annoying. And I don't want to switch in Solgaleo at this point, because I don't want to switch it in on the Raichu slot, which is the slot I would want to switch it in on, because I feel like there could be a Flare Blitz coming out in there, but we'll get the Nuzzle. I mean, if we get the fully paralysis onto the Ludicolo, it helps a little bit make up for that freeze, but we're not going to see that. We're just going to see another freeze from the Ludi. Oh, that's so frustrating, isn't it? And a knockoff. Okay, it does remove our Assault Vest, which makes things a lot more difficult for us as well. So, we'll bring in Solgaleo, because we can get rid of the Incineroar this next turn. But it's an easy switch for my opponent to bring in the Xerneas as well. But I feel like we need to chase down this slot. So I think we go double into the Incineroar with the Super Power and the Wild Charge. Okay, no switch out. So we'll be able to get rid of this Incineroar, which is, I mean, it is useful. Because that chip should just be enough to get rid of it now. Yeah. But we have got the drop, so we'll need to switch out Solgaleo this next turn. Hopefully Raichu doesn't go down, because I mean Raichu going down here is like literally the worst for us. And a Scald here would not be ideal either. Burn! Come on, this guy is a joker. God's sake, this is like so... This is just... I mean, this is just this, yeah. It's those times where you go for, like, every bit of RNG goes your way, and it's like, ha, yeah. I mean, that Scald from the Ludi did a lot of damage as well, that's the other thing. Does the Xerneas protect? Like, my opponent's not making any, like big plays here. They're not making any predictions. So I don't know if the Xerneas does protect here or not. Like, one of the things I would like to do is potentially get rid of this Ludicolo. But at the same time, I don't want to let the Xerneas... Like, I've got a bank on the Xerneas now protecting, which I feel like it does, because we're going into the last turn of Tailwind. So I would feel like the Xerneas probably protects. If it doesn't, then things get very, very awkward. Because I could potentially go on Nuzzle and Sunsteel Strike. Oh, and I've locked in without doing anything, or have I timed out? Yeah, okay. So we're protecting Solgaleo, which is the most pointless move ever. Okay, so Xerneas going to protect. What I was thinking of doing is going Feint into the Xerneas and going Sunsteel Strike into it. But the Ludi gets paralyzed, so I mean that does help us out slightly. Tailwind Pitters out. I mean, we have to Nuzzle and Sunsteel Strike. It's not going to be enough to pick up the knockout onto the Xerneas at all. With the burn now. But we've got to try. We've got to try. Ludi, if it's paralyzed, yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, there's the Dazzle. It's the smart move to make. And yeah, it does take down Raichu, unfortunately. And then a Scald will take down. Unless we get like a crit. I don't even think a crit here would be enough, though. We need the Ludi to be fully paralyzed again. I think it makes up for it a little bit, if it is. Nah, of course not. And I mean, these games you just have to think, right, well, we could have brought Finny, it did help, it would have helped us avoid the Scald burn, obviously not the freeze, but I mean, really, when games go like this, it's the dumb side of Pokemon, so I mean, you can't really do too much about it, because like now, the Kyogre's 100% sitting in the back. The Xerneas just Geomancies in front of us, and we can't really do anything. So, I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate, but that's how sometimes the game goes, isn't it? You've got to take the rough with the smooth. We're not going to see a boost here. We're just going to see Xerneas go for a Moonblast. I mean, if we get a Blizzard, we could take down. If we take down the Ludi and get a freeze onto the Xerneas, then are we gonna get no freeze from our side? No way. Doesn't work like that, does it? It's only one-sided. Can you guys feel the salt? Can you taste the salt? Taste the salt. I'm not being salty. I am slightly. I will admit that, but I mean, you gotta be salty. Where's the fun in not? I'm going to be super salty and just forfeit this as well and say, good game to my opponents. Very, very unsincere, but I do mean it. I mean, good game to my opponent. It's not their fault. I mean, it's the game, isn't it? It's mechanics. Don't be mad at the player, be mad at the game, or be mad at yourself, because that's the other way. But Jin Tonki, yes, always a pleasure. It's the first time we've had you on the channel, so I don't know when the other time was, but always a pleasure whenever we've got you on. Good game, and we'll just take that one as a bit of an oddball. This one, we couldn't really do much. Freeze really kind of ruined it, and then the Scald Burn as well. Like I say, we could have put things in motion, so like the terrain there with that Tapu Fini to prevent that and help us out a little bit. Maybe could have played a little bit differently, but the freeze early on kind of put the shutters down, especially after we get the Tailwind. Made it very difficult for us to come back from, which is just one of those things. But let me know your comments in the comment section, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. Smash the like button and subscribe and all that jazz, and we'll see you for another episode tomorrow. So until then, take care and bye bye.